Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here with our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. We have a very good ball game coming your way here this evening. We have the 3-3 Frankton Eagles taking on your 9-3 Wapahani Raiders here from the beautiful Raider Field. The last time out, the Raiders was at it on Saturday morning and afternoon in a doubleheader against Northeastern, in which we took down the Knights in both games, swept the doubleheader by a final score of 11-1 each ball game. Great pitching performances by Gage Gadberry, and that's what you want to have. You start out the day right, and then we came out there. Really in that second game, hit the ground running from the very get-go, and did more or less what we had to do there in that ball game. We went out there, we shut them down, and we took care of business. And like I said, that's what you look to come out here and do each and every single ball game. But really, the biggest thing here is, and then in the second game, you had Braxton Davis come out there again, shutting down that Northeastern offense, and then defensively we were solid. Offensively, spraying the ball to all fields. It was just a great team effort there on Saturday. So now you come here into this evening's game. Frankton, like I said, coming in here at 3-3 on the season. They're maybe a little bit down than what they normally are, but still having a good start to their season. So we want to wish them the best of luck here tonight. But Wapahani, as I mentioned, they're off to a strong start here with a .331 team average in hitting, 5 home runs. Also, they've scored 92 runs so far in 12 games. Also, 103 hits and a .331 on base percentage. Love the hitting that we've been able to put together this year. The pitching has been great. So we're really looking forward to this ball game here tonight. Folks, we'll go ahead and take a look here at tonight's starting lineups. First and foremost, we'll start off here with the visiting team on the scoreboard. First will be the Frankton Eagles, led here by Brad Douglas. Leading off and playing second base, number 25, John Hatzel. Batting second, playing third base, number 6, Brady Waymeyer. Batting third and playing center field, number 4, Ethan Bates. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 31, Caleb DeLong. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 30, Andrew Hartley. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 3, Ethan Friend. He'll be hitting for the pitcher, number 27, Sam Dalton. Batting seventh and catching, number 29, Trevor McCorkle. Man batting eighth, the first baseman, number 10, Ryan Smith. And batting ninth, right fielder, number 24, Evan Webb. So again, that's a lineup there for the Frankton Eagles. We'll get back with you on the lineup here for Wapahani when we go to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break. We got the national anthem coming up, and we'll be back here with tonight's first pitch right here on the WHS Network. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the WHS Network, again on YouTube.com, here with tonight's game again between the 3-3 Frankton Eagles and the 9-3 Wapahani Raiders. We appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for another nice evening here at the one and only Raider Field. Such a beautiful evening out here this evening, sun shining, got right around 75-degree weather. So it's a perfect day for some baseball here, folks. So we appreciate you spending some time with us. Again, Wapahani, I've talked about it already a little bit there in the pregame about our pitching so far this season. And just some updated stats on the Raiders so far this year. 70 innings pitched. We've only gave up 28 runs. 22 of those are earned. 27 walks. 79 strikeouts. We have a 2.20 ERA as a pitching staff, which is absolutely fantastic. So really we've done our job from a pitching standpoint. Our offense, for the most part, has gotten after it throughout the entirety of the 12 games so far, and really looking forward to hopefully a great night of baseball here on the WHS Network. So we'll start off here with tonight's first pitch again. To lead things off here will be the second baseman, number 25, John Hatzel. And the first pitch will be over and in there for a ball. 1-0 to begin things here on Hatzel. Dudley gets a signs here from Lipscomb. The windup, here's the pitch. The ball just a bit outside there now. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff man here for the Eagles. And a fly ball there in the center field. Who wants it? Stanley will take care of it and dispose of Hatzel for the first down of the inning. So nice job right there by Dudley to get that first out of the inning. Now we'll have the third baseman on number 6, Brady Waymeyer. I'd like to take a look here at our defensive alignment here this evening for your Raiders. Again, out in left field is Isaiah Brozier in center. We have Garrett Stanley over in right. Is Seth Adams. And then around the horn here we have Braxton Davis at third, Evan Rouse at shortstop, Riley Porter at second, and Brevin Rivers over at first. And then your battery partners here, we have again Nolan Dudley on the mound, Tyson Lipscomb behind home plate. So again, that is our Jones Auto Body defensive alignment. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Waymeyer, with 1 away to begin this top half of the first inning. Again, strong start to the year here for Wapahani. It's coming off back-to-back wins on Saturday against Northeastern in the doubleheader. So looking to reach the double-digit win total here this evening. And another fly ball in a shallow left center field. And Brozier will be there to make the play. Nice job right there of communicating. That's so important, especially once the gap closes right there with 2 or 3 guys closing in on the baseball. Being able to communicate and let's see who's going to call out, call who off and so on and so forth so you don't have a collision. So a job well done right there by Isaiah Brozier. So 2 away here in the top of the first. Now we'll have the center fielder, number 4, Ethan Bates, in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count here on Bates. Here's the pitch from Dudley. Drops right on in there, just low for a ball to even the count up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dudley on the season from a pitching standpoint, 1-1 with a 3.11 ERA and 18 innings pitched. As that pitch is fouled off, now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dudley also in that 18 innings has gave up 15 hits, 8 runs, which all of those have been earned. Also 5 walks and 19 strikeouts coming into this evening's game. Dudley with a windup. Here's the 1-2 and gets him ahead right there, but was able to foul off was Bates. So we'll redo it here again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we'll see what he comes back with right here. Wouldn't surprise me if he came back with the old stinky cheese fastball here. And blows him away for strike 3 to end the inning. So the Raiders mowed down the Frankton Eagles here in the top of the first inning as they get no runs on, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom half of the first here from beautiful Raider Field. We'll be back right after this. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We got your bottom half, the first inning coming your way here this evening, but beforehand, we'll take a look here at Wapahani's starting lineup here this evening. It looks as such. Leading on, playing center field, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Evan Roush. Batting third and catching, Tyson Lipscomb. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis. Batting fifth, playing first base, Brevin Rivers. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Riley Porter. In the seventh hole, the designated hitter, number 4, Luke Willman. He's hitting for the right fielder, Seth Adams. Batting eighth and pitching, number 16, Nolan Dudley. And batting ninth, left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Brozier. Again, the Raiders coached here by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jason Dudley, as well as Randy Murphy, Willie Pease, and Blake Turner. So again, that is tonight's starting lineup here for your Wapahani Raiders. So 1-0 the count to begin things here on Garrett. As that is in there, called strike to even the count up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stanley on the season looking pretty good here so far. 500 batting average, 4 doubles, also 5 RBIs. And right back up the middle for a seeing-eye single right there. Nice piece of hitting there by Garrett to get the Raiders going early in this one. So he's on down at first, and that will bring to the plate shortstop number 5, Evan Roush. Roush also pretty nice, strong start to the season here for him. Stanley going on the play, and he'll slide in there safely at second with a stolen base. So a nice way to get yourself in scoring position right there. So 0-1 the count here on Evan Roush. Again, Roush, a .333 batting average, 1 double. Also 5 RBIs on the season here, 12 games through, as that will be a ball. To even the count up here, 1 ball and 1 strike on the Raiders shortstop. Following him will be Tyson Lipscomb. So it's good to see Stanley out there standing at second base. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunt shown right back to the pitcher. He'll throw on down to first, and that will be the first down of the inning. But way to get the job done. There is Evan Roush with now 1 away in the inning. And now the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, stands in. Lipscomb is having a great senior season so far. .351 batting average, 1 home run, 5 doubles, and 17 ribeyes. And the pitch here is going to be just a bit up and out of the zone for a ball, 1-0. Again, Sam Dalton, the man on the mound here today for the Frankton Eagles. Looking to get out of trouble. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. That should get the job done there. Stanley will motor his way on home. Actually, a little bit closer than what I thought it was going to be right there, but a sacrifice fly-out RBI right there for Tyson Lipscomb. And that will get the Raiders on the board here for the first time of the night.
Next up, third base number 22, Braxton Davis.
So again, Stanley scores on the fly-out, sacrifice fly-out there from Lipscomb. So that is RBI number 18 now for Lipscomb on the season. And now the third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis, now stands in, looking at a 1-0 count. Braxton having a nice year at the plate and on the mound here as well. So far on the season at the plate, 361 average, 1 triple, and also 8 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 pitch, fouled off. So Davis in protection mode right here. At 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away here in the bottom half of the first inning. Dalton with the pitch. Swung on and missed strike 3 to end the inning. So the Raiders get on the board here in the bottom half of the first after a leadoff single by Garrett Stanley. And was able to move up there on a stolen base and a bunt by Roush, and then scored on the sacrifice fly by Tyson Lipscomb. So the Raiders get 1 run here on 1 hit, also no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the top of the second here from the beautiful confines of Raider Field. We'll be back with more right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back here to the top of the second inning here from Raider Field here with our University Avenue Dental inning break. 1 run here on 1 hit there in the bottom half of the first inning for the Raiders as they lead it 1-0 after 1 inning of play. As we begin this top of the second, we'll start off here with the left fielder, Caleb DeLong, as that is in there for a ball, 1-0. Nice pitch there from Dudley, working low in the zone there. Able to get the swing and miss to even the count up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Take a long look in there. Gets what he likes. Here's a 1-1 offering. Foul tip back to the backstop area. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes here on DeLong. Nice pitch. Dudley didn't get the call. But great movement on the pitch right there by Dudley. Of course, it's always a little bit nicer when it's so warm outside. Arm loosens up a little bit. Oh, dandy. Another one right back there. Comes back with the old curveball. Signed, sealed, and delivered. He gone for the first out of the top of the second inning. And now we'll see the shortstop, number 30, Andrew Hartley. So Hartley stands in here with 1 away. Got a very nice crowd on hand here this evening. It's always it's nice to be able to finally get out here while it's warm. I don't think spring still realizes that it's supposed to be spring right now. Winter's kind of held on, and Still had some chilly temperatures really throughout the later part of last week and into the first part of this week, so it's nice to be able to come in here today with a little more warmer temperatures to where people can come out here and enjoy a ball game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Drops right on in there for strike two.
It wasn't just last week. It was like yesterday. And now it's 72. 70s.
All right, here we are. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a ball low in the dirt to even things up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Hartley. We'll have Ethan Friend waiting on deck here for the Eagles as we await the 2-2 pitch from Dudley. Goodbye. So Hartley disposed of there for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts now, dating back to last inning. Struck out swinging was Bates there in the first to end the inning, and then DeLong and Hartley to open up this second inning. As we'll now see Ethan Friend now standing in, the designated hitter here for Frankton, as that's a ball up and out of the zone, 1-0. So Dudley comes back there, throwing fastball there to get another strike. There's a foul tip back to the backstop area. Evening things up here. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And they're called strike two. For the most part here, throughout the getting like the first 6 batters now, Dudley's been able to get ahead of his hitters here. Another close call right there, but just a little low for a ball now to even the count up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dudley, like I mentioned earlier, has only walked 5 guys here on the season, so he keeps it interesting and keeps the hitters off balance to where, more times than not, they're going to put the ball in play. Either that or strike out, one of the two. Here's a payoff pitch and chopped foul. So the count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch once more. And a chopper back here. Well, it's going to be a tough play here. Porter collects those on the first to get him by a couple steps to end the inning. So nice work again here by Nolan Dudley. 3 up and 3 down go the Eagles here in the top of the second inning. So they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. To the bottom half of the second again we go here from Raider Field. 1-0 Wapahani. We'll be back after this.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, here we are with the bottom half of the second inning. Again, Wapahani with a 1-0 lead as we enter this bottom half of the second. Again, would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association President Richard Morris. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also to purchase engraved bricks for the alumni brick walkway out here at Wapahani High School. You can just simply fill out a form located on the homepage of the alumni website. So greatly appreciate the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association. We'll start the bottom half of the second here with the first baseman, Brevin Rivers. So he sees that in there for a ball, 1-0 to begin things. Brevin on the year, .270 average, 1 double, also 9 RBIs. Looking to get something going to open up this bottom half of the second inning. A little excuse me swing there for a 1-3 putout. So that will be the first out of the inning, and now we'll see the second baseman, number 21, Riley Porter. And that's going to be fouled off down the right field line. So 0-1 to begin things here on Riley Porter. Porter, nice season so far for himself as well. .310 average, 1 home run, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs coming into tonight's game. As that's well outside for a ball. Now to even a count up here to ball and a strike. So Dalton back on the rubber. Porter in the batter's box. And the 1-1 pitch. Just a bit inside. And now 2 balls and a strike. There's the 2-1 pitch. And a base hit right back up the chute there by Riley Porter. Fine piece of hitting there by the senior. And the Raiders already now with 2 hits in the ball game. Still with 1 out here in the inning. And now we'll see the designated hitter, number 4, Luke Willman, stand in. Tell you what a day he had on Saturday. Had 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He had a grand slam and a 2-run homer in the first game. So I'm not quite sure if the expectations are that for tonight, but hey, if he can, then more power to him. That's going to help out the Raiders. But I'll tell you what, he's really had a nice strong start here to his freshman year. No question about that. So a ball low, 1-0 to begin things here on Willman. He comes into tonight's game again with a .471 average, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, and 11 RBIs. And that's going to get by the catcher, so Porter will take off for second base after the wild pitch. So 2-0 the count here on Luke Willman. The man in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Dalton, and that's going to be fouled off. So the count stands in here at 2 balls and a strike. Following Willman, we'll see the pitcher Nolan Dudley as the Raiders look to put another crooked number up on the board here in this bottom half of the second inning. Here's the 2-1 offering. Just a bit high for a ball, now 3-1. So Dalton trying to collect himself here just a little bit, takes a look in there, gets his signs, and the 3-1 pitch and a pickoff move back to second. Nice scoop there by the second baseman. So that potentially could have saved an opportunity there. I don't know if Porter would have been able to get up in time or not because the center fielder was coming in on that. Not sure if he would have had enough time, but Willman will work a walk. So we got fellas on first and second now. After the walk to Willman, Porter at second, Willman at first, and now the pitcher, number 16, Nolan Dudley, stepping in at home plate with a great opportunity to cash in right here. Dudley not struggling a little bit here with the bat to begin the season, but definitely can get things going quick, fast, and in a hurry. 167 average, a home run, 1 double, also 4 RBIs. But again, hey, that average can change rather quickly here. Pickoff move back to second. Porter again back in there safely. So again, 1-0 here on Nolan Dudley. Well, 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Again, the Raiders plated a run there in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Little high fastball coming at you there by Dalton. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Dalton will come to the set. Takes a glance out there at second base and delivers to home. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of the catcher. So now it's 1-2. So right here, if you're Nolan, you want to help yourself out right here. The main thing is you want to, if you do get out, you want it to be a productive out. But obviously you want to find a way to get on base here, get a hit, a walk, do whatever you got to do. But Dudley will strike out swinging for the second out of the inning. And now we'll see the number 9 hitter in the order, left fielder number 11, Isaiah Brozier. Tell you what, Brozier also had a nice game there on Saturday. I think he collected 3 or 4 RBIs. There between the 2 games on Saturday, coming into this evening's game with a .312 batting average, also 9 RBIs. So this is a great opportunity right here. Hopefully Isaiah can come up big here for the Raiders as it starts out the count here at 0-1. Again, following Brozier, we'll see the top of the lineup there with Garrett Stanley. Hopefully we'll get to see Garrett here in this bottom half of the second. Dalton will get his signs, and the 0-1 pitch will be fouled off to the left side and out of play. So Brozier in the hole here at 0-2. So we'll see what happens here. Got to put the ball in play here. See what you can make of that. That's well outside for a ball now. 1-2. Good eye right there by Brozier. Then you have Porter at second base, Willman at first, and 2 away. And the delivery will be a ball low to even things up. Back up here at 2-2. That's one thing we really did a very good job of also Saturday that I really took a great look at is how he was able to make the pitcher work into more of a favorable situation for the hitter. Ball up and away, now 3-2. But, obviously the more pitches you see, the more the greater opportunity that you're going to find a way to get on base because you get to a point where there isn't anything that you haven't seen. So you kind of know what he's going to go with. And if you've seen it, then you know exactly what to do in that situation. So here's the payoff pitch. And a great at bat there by Isaiah Brozier. Working the count, was able to work it to, a full count of 3-2 after being down 0-2. And then was able to work the walk right there to load the bases with 2 away here in the second inning. So a little mound visit here for the Frankton Eagles. So we'll have Porter at third, Willman at second, Brozier at first. So pretty good wheels out there. Stanley, again, already with a 1-for-1 day for himself with a stolen base and a run scored there in the top of the first, or the bottom of the first inning rather. And as I mentioned earlier as well, came into tonight's game batting .500. So now you get a situation like this. I couldn't imagine really. I mean, yeah, there's other guys on here. Everybody can do the job. But the way Garrett's been hitting, I'll tell you what, this is about who I would want up at the plate right here, right now, in this situation. He's going to find a way to put the bat on the ball. And with the speed, anything's possible. Nice job there by the catcher to keep the ball in front. So 1-0 to begin things here on Garrett Stanley. Again, nowhere to put them. Bases are tanked with 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. We have 2 walks and a hit here in the inning. Dalton with a 1-0 pitch and a ground ball to the shortstop. Tough play. That's going to be off of the leg of the shortstop and then deflects to the third baseman. Luckily, he couldn't grab a hold of it in time, so everybody's safe. And I'm sure that's probably going to be ruled an error on the play, I would imagine. I mean, it would have been definitely a tough play to first, but still could have got him at third if he would have cleanly made the play. So again, Porter scores on the play. Willman now to third. Brozier at second. And a ground ball to the shortstop on the second. And that's that to end the inning. So the Raiders put a run up on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. A 2-0 lead after 2 innings of play. We'll step aside for a break, and we'll be back with more right after this message. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network as we are set to begin the third inning of play here from Raider Field. A 2-0 lead early here in this one for Wapahani, as that will be in there for a ball to begin things here on the catcher, number 29, Trevor McCorkle. Ball low and in now, 2-0 the count. And just a bit high now, ball 3. So Dudley going to have to come all the way back here in this at bat. Definitely in a hitter's count, and had him swinging away right there. So now 3-1 on the Eagles catcher. With nobody on and nobody out here in the top of the third. Dudley with a wind-up. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball up in the middle. Shortstop Roush collects, throws to first, and gets the out. Nice arm right there. Nice job of getting to that baseball to collect himself and get the feet set underneath him and make a strong throw on over there for a 6-3 putout. So with 1 out and nobody on, we'll see the first baseman, number 10, Ryan Smith, now up here at the plate. First plate appearance of the evening here for him. As that will start things off here with a ball low and away, 1-0. Smith, the number 8 hitter in the order. Following him will be right fielder Evan Webb. And another ground ball right back up the middle. Rouse a little busy over there. Another strong throw on the first. So 2 up and 2 down are the Eagles here in the top of the third. Now we'll see the right fielder, number 24, Evan Webb. Again, the number 9 hitter in the order. Dudley gets the signs here from Lipscomb. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Nice pitch there, fouled off. So Webb in the hole here, no balls and 2 strikes. Dudley rears back. Here's the 0-2, fouled off down the third base line. So we're going to redo it here. No balls and 2 strikes on Evan Webb of the Frankton Eagles. Time's called for a moment.
Get your balls in order.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Webb. Again, Dudley looking for another shutdown inning of work here. Looking to go 9 up and 9 down now. Another time called. This time by the hitter. See if he goes with some off speed right here. Comes back with a fastball, and that's going to be fouled off once again. I think it might have been a fastball. One ball and 2 strikes. 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the third. Dudley with a windup. Here's a 1-2. Ball low and away. So pitch number 7 coming up right here is Deuces Are Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. And a 2-0 ball game. And see you later. Pull the chainsaw for the third and final out of the inning here in the third. As Dudley was able to strike out the last batter there. 3 up, 3 down. Again, go the Eagles here in the third. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom half of the third inning. Again, Wapahani leads it 2-0 after 2.5. Here we are back for the bottom half of the third inning. Again, I'm Brendan Warvilius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We hope all of you are enjoying tonight's ball game here on the WHS Network. Again, we appreciate you for joining us. As we enter the bottom half of the third inning, and leading things off will be the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, as he gets the party started up in here in the third with a leadoff single to begin the inning. It's a nice piece of hitting there for Lipscomb. Already 2 very productive at-bats here so far. Had a sacrifice fly with an RBI there in the first inning, and then the leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. So now we'll see the third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis. Davis here so far on the night, struck out swinging in the first. 0 for 1. Lipscomb with a nice lead over there at first. A ground ball to third baseman, foul. So 0 and 1 to begin the things on Braxton Davis. So 0-1, Dalton will get his signs. And Pickoff moved back to first. I tell you what, he had Lipscomb leading on that one. So luckily he threw the ball in the dirt because that definitely would have made things a little interesting over there. So no balls, 1 strike to Davis. Dalton will come to the set. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high to even up the count here. 1 ball and 1 strike. I tell you what, I really like this umpire strike zone. Very consistent on both sides, and not really calling anything too high. But also is able to get the bottom half of the zone as well. So it's always good to have a home plate umpire that is very consistent. That's a tough job to have, though, I'll tell you that much. I definitely would not want to have that job. Somewhere down the line, you're going to make somebody mad. Then they're called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Davis. He had a real nice day at the plate also there on Saturday. I think everybody did, no question about that. But it's nice to see everybody contributing there as Davis fouls that one off to stay alive in the at-bat. So again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and 1 on here in the bottom half of the third. And the 2-2 pitch. And a line shot off of the shortstop's glove. Lipscomb will motor on the third. And so a miscue there by the shortstop really cost him there.
Next up, first base number 17, Brevin Rivers.
So again, now Lipscomb at third after the error on the shortstop. Tell you what, that's his second error of the game. It's always unfortunate there when something bad happens, the ball always seems to find you. So nevertheless here, got runners on the corners with a great opportunity here for Rivers, but nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Davis fakes going to second as it was swung on and missed for a strike 0-1. The main thing here is, Rivers in a great opportunity right here. You have really both sides of the infield open with the 5 and 6 hole, and that's exactly what he does right there. That was a beautiful piece of hitting right there by Rivers. I think he might have heard me. I'll just say that right here, right now. I didn't even get the words right out of my mouth, and he shoots it right through the 5 and 6 hole. What a fine piece of hitting right there by Brevin Rivers.
Second base number 21, Riley Porter.
So the Raiders put another one up on the board. Lipscomb scores on the play after the leadoff single, and then Davis advances on to second. Obviously, Rivers collects his 10th RBI on the season, as that will be in there for a called ball. Now 1-1. Porter at the plate here, and he'll watch that one in there for a called strike.
Ideally, it's single, base, the wheelman comes out. It's another grand slam.
So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Riley Porter.
7.
With runners at first and second now. Apologize. Shows bunt and pops it up, but out of play. So now it's 1-2. And we'll see if Coach Brian Dudley keeps the bunt sign on. I would imagine probably not, but he might. The third baseman really playing back here. The main thing is, when you go for a bunt, get the bat out front and put yourself in a good position. If you leave it, if you leave it a little bit further back, the probability of you fouling that one off is probably pretty good there. So you want to get the bat out front. Don't be just stabbing at it there. So we'll see right here again, and that one's a line shot down the left field line, foul. And Porter absolutely unloaded on that one. So the count stays put. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on and 1 out, or nobody out rather. You have Davis at second, Rivers at first. Dalton will deliver the 2-2 pitch and fouled off. So again, as the old disco song goes, staying alive is Riley Porter. So again here, 2 balls, 2 strikes here on the Raiders second baseman. Davis with a decent lead out there at second base, inching off a little bit more. Rivers at first. A ball high and away now, 3-2. So this has already been a 7-pitch at bat, number 8 coming up. Making the pitcher work. So here will be the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Davis was originally in no man's land and then jogs back in there safely at second. Might want to sprint back next time around so then he's not caught off guard there, but rather 1 out now in the inning after the strikeout there of Porter. So he's now 1 for 2 here on the day. And we'll see the designated hitter number 4, Luke Willman, at the plate. 0 for 0 on the day, drew a walk in the second inning. And that's going to be skied up and out of play on the right side. So 0-1 here on Willman. So the Raiders looking to push more across here. They've been threatening already plenty enough times through these first 2 innings plus. We left the bases loaded last inning. We was able to play to run, but still you left guys out there. You had an opportunity. So we'll see what happens here with, again, 2 on at first and second, 1 out. And Willman in the hole here at 0-2. And the pitch. Close call right there, but in there for a ball. And the pitch, ground ball to the third base side, again goes foul. So Willman still looking to square one up right here. Just trying to find a way to get on base somehow, some way, be productive here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Another one fouled off to the right side, now to play. So that's that's the main thing here. Is you're continuing to battle. Now the ultimate thing is you want to win the battle, and then through it all you want to win the war here. 1 ball, 2 strikes once more. Dalton with the pitch, and that's going to hit him. So that will now load the bases. As Willman will now trot down to first base. Davis will now head to third. And Rivers at second base. And now the pitcher, number 16, Nolan Dudley, now to plate. So this is a great opportunity for him, again, to help himself. And we're going to have another mound visit here by the Frankton Eagles. So during this time, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. I'd like to thank University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with an invaluable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also to Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is located at 4055 West Clara Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, like to know more information about one, you can contact them at 765-288-1903 and also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. So again, that is Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. So we'll start things off here. Nolan Dudley down 0-1 after the swing and miss there. And just as I was mentioning before the mound visit here, this is such a great opportunity. You want to help yourself right here. You can't let this go by. And a catcher never could find the ball, but finally was able to find it there. So now to even the count up here, 1 ball and 1 strike. So you're already up 3-0, but you can never score too many runs. So you want to expand this lead just at least a little bit more here in this inning, and that's going to get by the catcher, and so Davis will cross home plate. So now with 2-1, after the wild pitch, scores Davis. Again, all runners moved up. Rivers now at third, Willman at second. And, well, that's going to be all she wrote because now the head coach is already coming back out again. So now they're going to – so they intentionally walked Dudley to load the bases. And we're going to have a pitching change. So, folks, we'll step aside here during the pitching change. Again, the Raiders with a 4-0 lead. Now with 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. We'll be back right after this. All righty, folks, welcome back here after the pitching change. So now pitching is number 30, Andrew Hartley. So Dalton lasted 2 1/3 inning. Ended up giving up, so far anyway, 3 runs. Well, 4 runs, but only so far 2 of those actually earned.
All I know is 30's pitching now. 30's pitching? 30 is pitching. Other than shortstop. Other than that, it looks like
So a ball to begin things here on Isaiah Brozier. Again, you had the intentional walk there of Nolan Dudley, which Caleb Henderson is now over there right now, bringing the courtesy runner.
It looks like the pitcher is out there. It looks like his stature.
And that's going to be skied up into center field. So he'll make the play. Here comes the run home, and then he'll stop about a quarter to halfway down the line. So the run will not score now. 2 outs here in the inning after the fly out there of Brozier to center field. And here we are back to top of the order with the center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley. Stanley 0 for 1 here on the night. Or pardon me, 1 for 2 rather. Goodness gracious. I was looking at the wrong one. Stanley 1 for 2, had a single, stolen base and run scored there in the first inning, and then reached base on an error in the second. As that's on the outside part of the plate, called strike 0-1.
Bases loaded here. I can't believe we loaded again.
And skips that one in. Rivers thought about it, but ball really didn't get away too far there, so that will even a count up at a ball and a strike. Man, it'd be nice to get a little gap shot right here, send one down the line. And that one's going to be fouled back and out of play now. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Garrett Stanley. So again, 2 out, the bases are loaded. 2 runs have already scored here in the inning. And the pitch. And right back up the middle, off the second baseman's glove into center field. So Willman will score on the play. Rivers also scores, and the Raiders kind of open things up a little bit more there after the 2 RBI single by Garrett Stanley. Nice piece of hitting there. So again, Rivers scores, and Willman scores. Henderson now at second. So adding to the total there for Stanley on the year now, 7 RBIs. That is, as it is now 0-1 here on Evan Roush. Roush 0 for 1 here on the night. Down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, and then grounded out to the shortstop in the second, as that is low and away to even a count up here at a ball and a strike. So the Raiders already with 3 hits here in the inning. Already plated 4 runs, but looking for more with men at first and second. And 2 out here in the inning. Harley comes to the set and the pitch. Ball low in the dirt. Both guys thought about it and no play. Henderson thought about it. Stanley thought about advancing as well. But they're going to stay put. And the 2-2. Ball 3, high and away. So the runners will be on the move here with a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Hartley gets his signs, and the payoff pitch swung on and missed, strike 3 to end the inning. But the Raiders put 4 runs up on the board here in the third, as they are able to get 4 runs here on 3 hits, also an error, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Again, Raiders lead it 6-0. Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. All right, folks, welcome back here to the top of the fourth inning here from the beautiful confines here of Raider Field. And a 6-0 lead here for Wapahani as we enter the fourth inning with a leadoff man, John Hatzel. Called a ball right there. Now 1 ball and 1 strike here on Hatzel. 0 for 1 on the day here for him. Flew out to the center fielder back in the first inning and has only played appearance so far. And inside right there, ball 2. Pretty nice inning there for the Raiders in the bottom half of the third inning, able to plate 4 runs. Really to open up this a little bit more, as that will be a swing and miss, now 2-2. So Dudley goes back to work here, looking for a strikeout. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Rouse is going to have to be quick, and the nice stretch by Rivers to get the man right there. That was a dandy there by Roush, and then to Rivers on the other end. A fine job there by both young men for a 6-3 putout for out number 1. So we'll see the third baseman, number 6, Brady Waymeyer, now at the plate. Waymeyer 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder in the first inning, as that will drop on in there, called strike 1. And a ball fouled off the leg there of Waymeyer. So now no balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 offering. Just a bit high and in there. Now they run the count to 1-2. In the infield playing back. Here's the 1-2 from Dudley. Ball on the dirt. Nice job there by Lipscomb. So 2-2 the count. Nobody on and 1 away here in the fourth. And that's going to be a drive in the left field, and there's Brozier to make the play. That was probably the hardest hit ball so far here by this Frankton team. Nice little shot out there to left field, but Brozier playing him just right. After the line out there to left fielder for the second out of the inning. And we'll see the 3-hole hitter, the center fielder, number 4, Ethan Bates, now at the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. Struck out swinging in the first, as he will watch that one sail right on in there for strike 1. It's always nice to get ahead of the hitters early in the count, so then you're not having to work from behind. Swung on and missed, completely fooled him there, now 0-2. And a ball in the dirt. Runs the count again now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out here in, again, the top of the fourth inning. A deep drive there to left, well fouled out of play. So that will keep the count at 1-2. Dudley rears back. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, deuces wild. Here's the pitch to Bates as he'll watch that head just a little bit outside. So the payoff pitch gets him swinging. Strike 3. He gone for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So the Raiders shut down the Eagles again here in the top of the 4th inning as they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Bottom of the 4th we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Wapahani leads at 6-0. We'll be back with more right after this on the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, folks. Again, Brandon Morvillas alongside with me as cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here again on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. As we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning, there, as you see on your screen, the Raiders with a 6-0 lead so far. Frankton, no runs on no hits and 2 errors so far, while Wapahani has collected 6 runs on 5 hits and no errors leading up to this bottom half of the 4th inning. So again, we hope all of you are enjoying tonight's game here so far. It's been a nice start to things here for Wapahani as we will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning with a catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb. Lipscomb 1 for 1 here on the night so far. Has a sacrifice RBI there in the 1st inning and then singled and scored a run in the 3rd. So Hartley starts him out at 2 balls and no strikes to begin the 4th. And the pitch will be in there just a bit inside for ball 3. Hartley with a windup. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside and a 4-pitch walk to Lipscomb to begin the inning. As we'll see the 3rd baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis, now stand in at home plate. 0 for 2 on the day so far with a run scored. Struck out swinging in the 1st and then reached base on an error in the 3rd and then scored on a wild pitch in the same inning. So pickoff move back to 1st. Lipscomb back in there safely, keeping the runner honest. That's one of the jobs of a pitcher when the man gets on. And the pitch to Davis will be fouled off, out of play, 0-1. Lipscomb over at first with a nice lead over there. Got no balls, 1 strike, and that's going to be sent up in the air along the 3rd base side, out of play. So now the count stands at no balls and 2 strikes here on Braxton. And the hole here, we'll see if he can come out of this and be able to find a way to get on base. So 1-2 now the count here on Davis. Hartley checks the runner over there first, and the pitch, and a ground ball to shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, and everybody's going to be safe. Nice piece of hitting there by Braxton. Was able to find that little hole there. A nice play there by the shortstop, but just couldn't get up in time and find a handle on the baseball. So we'll now have runners at first and second. That's first hit of the day there for Davis. So Lipscomb at second, Davis at first, and the first base, number 17, Brevin Rivers at home plate. 1 for 2 on today, had an RBI single in the third. As that's in there for a ball, 1-0. Looking, obviously, to continue to put more runs up on the board here, as that will be just inside for a ball, now 2-0. Rivers collected his 10th RBI last inning. As the Raiders looking to scratch across a few more, here's the pitch. Low and away now, 3-0. You have the Raiders' second baseman Riley Porter on deck. Hartley will come to the set, and the 3-0 pitch will be high. And another 4-pitch walk, the second 4-pitch walk of the inning. So Rivers trots on the first. Lipscomb now to third. Davis at second. And the second baseman, number 21, Riley Porter, now stands in at home plate. Looking to extend the lead here. Already 1 for 2 here on the day. Singled in the second inning, struck out in the third. Looking for that big hit right here. So right now Hartley's just having a tough go of things and just finding the strike zone. Already 5 consecutive balls thrown in a row here. And that's going to be swung on and missed. Now 1-1. And even before that, Lipscomb a 4-pitch walk. Davis singled. Then Rivers another 4-pitch walk. Hartley with a 1-1 and laced down the third base line. I thought for a second that took out Lipscomb down the third base line, but it looked like it just barely missed him. I don't know how. Lord almighty. I mean, that was dangerously close. That was an absolute missile there from Porter. Now let's hope he can straighten one out here. Maybe run into one and send her in the gap. Just find some open real estate out there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A ball well outside to even a count up again here now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the Raiders' second baseman.
I'm surprised he's not there yet. Well, he was after this last one. Bases loaded, 0 outs.
So Hartley taking a moment. It's back on the rubber. Porter back in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Oh, baby. Deep drive to left, and it's going to be gone. Grand slam, Riley Porter. And the Raiders take a 10-0 lead with one old swing of the bat right there, baby. Heck yes. So the second grand slam in as many days here. You had the one on Saturday by Willman. And then you come back here today with Riley Porter taking one out down the left field line. Job well done right there, young man.
Willman. That's what I'm talking about. What we got to do is hold him at 3 next inning and out of here.
Swung on and missed. Strike 1 here to Willman.
Yeah, for real. This was on Saturday after we did like his second home run. He was like, "Oh, I can hit him." No, you're definitely not going to.
Ball low and away. Evens things up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tell you what, that was absolutely beautiful right there by Porter. Hartley threw it right down and right down the heart of the plate. Porter disposed of it rather quickly. So Willman trying to find a way to get on base here. Still nobody out here in the 4th. 4 men have came to the plate, and all 4 have now scored. As Willman fouls that one off to the right side and out of play now, 2-2. Swillman steps back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball again low and away. Now runs the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's going to be another walk to Willman. Second walk of the day. He's been on base all 3 times. He walked in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third, and then walked again here in the 4th. And another pitching change here for the Eagles. 10-0 Raiders. Still here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this timeout.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
All right, folks, welcome back here again. Still during the pitching change. The new pitcher now is number 24, Evan Webb. So he moved into the mound from right field. So Hartley ran into just a little bit of trouble there. End up giving up 4 runs. All charged there to him here in this inning. And that's at least. Just don't have a runner now at first base. If he comes down to score, then that also will be charged to Hartley. So again, Evan Webb now on the mound. And now the pitcher number 16, Nolan Dudley, at the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out swinging in the second and then drew a walk in the third. Just a bit outside, as Willman will take second base on the wild pitch. Webb gets what he likes, and the 1-0 will be a ground ball to the shortstop, collects, throws to first, and that will be the first down of the inning. So a 6-3 put out there for the first out. We'll see the left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Brozier, now at the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. Drew a walk in the second, flew out to the center fielder in the third. So 3 at-bats in 3 innings for Brozier, as that one's fouled off, 0-1. And the Raiders have put a 10 spot up on the board. 4 of those coming with a one mighty swing of the bat there by Riley Porter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A grand slam, the second grand slam by the Raiders in the last few days here, as that's inside, and that's going to catch Brozier. So he'll run on down to first. He's on now for the second time of the day. And back to the top of the order, we have center field number 15, Garrett Stanley.
15, Garrett Stanley.
And here's the pitch. Shows bunt, brought it back, ball 1. Called strike. So that will even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, some other changes defensively. Ryan Smith went from first base to right field. And now the new first baseman is number 7, Lathan Thomas. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stanley. Been on at first and second, 1 out. A ball up and in to even things up here at 2-2.
So there's 3 still.
Again, Stanley here on the day, 2 for 3. Also with a run scored and a stolen base, has 2 RBIs. It's another great day at the plate here for Garrett. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the payoff pitch. And that's going to be lined into left field. So they're going to stay put there with Willman at third to load the bases for Evan Roush. So a 3 for 4 day here for Garrett Stanley. Willman at third, Brozier at second, Stanley at first, and the shortstop, number 5, Evan Roush at home plate. Looking to get his first hit of the day here so far. Put down a sacrifice bunt in the first, grounded out in the second, and then struck out in the third, as he will see that in there for a called strike 1. And you love to see Evan run in the one right here. Here's the pitch. Ball high, now 1-1. Webb will come to the set. Here's the pitch. Ball just a bit up and out of the zone. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Here on the Raiders shortstop, Evan Roush. Nowhere to put him at. Bases are loaded. 1 out here in the inning, and the pitch will be skied into deep center field, or well, rather medium center field there. So Willman will tag up and head home. So the Raiders will tack on another run. Nicely done there. A productive out there by Evan. Gets an RBI, and the Raiders now lead at 11-0. So now we'll see the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, at home plate with another opportunity to cash in on some RBIs and scoring some more runs here for the Raiders. Tyson, 1 for 1 on the day. Had a sacrifice RBI in the first, a single in the third, and then a walk here in the fourth inning. He's what all started it, as that one's fouled off out of play 0-1.
Hit that car zone already. He was driving the res. Ball. That would suck. Down in the end of the freaking bottom of the
And there we are, a deep drive to left center field. And I'm not sure who caught that ball. Might have been the left fielder right there. Nevertheless, that's the third and final out of the inning. But the Raiders put a 5 spot up on the board here in the bottom of the fourth inning as they lead it 11-0. Now, as we head to the top of the fifth, we'll be back with more here on the WHS Network. All righty, here we are, folks, from the top of the fifth inning here from the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, here from beautiful Raider Field here this evening as we look at a 11-0 lead to enter the fifth inning here with the shortstop, number 31, Caleb DeLong, as he opens up the at-bat here at 1-0. The pitch there by Dudley will be fouled off to even things up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So DeLong in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dudley looks in there, gets what he likes. Here's the pitch. See you later. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for out number 1 of the inning. That's a second strikeout of the day of DeLong. Only a second plate appearance as well. That's quite remarkable. So we'll see number 7, the first baseman, Lathan Thomas, now to plate. As that will be swung on and missed, 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes now on Thomas after another one here, as Dudley is looking to move on to things here, and Thomas again will strike out swinging. 2 outs now here in the inning. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts in a row. Now as we'll see the left fielder, number 3, Ethan Friend, at the plate. And a bloop shot there. There's Porter. And that will be the third and final out. And that's going to be a no-hitter for Nolan Dudley. Obviously, the rule of thumb is if there's a no-hitter going, you never say anything about it. But, folks, a no-hitter for Nolan Dudley, a sophomore pitcher here for your Wapahani Raiders. Congratulations there for Nolan and the rest of this Wapahani Raider baseball team on another job well done. The pitching performances just keep getting even better. The hitting is just absolutely out of this world. And out of the park here as well with a grand slam there by Riley Porter. And just a great game and a great day for your Wapahani Raiders. So Wapahani now improves to 10-3 on the year. Frankton now falls to 3-4. And we'll look for bigger and better things to come here for your Raiders. So we'll go ahead and step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with your Raiders Live postgame coming up on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, here to our Raiders Live post-game report, again presented by University Avenue Dental. Greg Pyle, DDS. I'll tell you what, folks, what a great day of baseball here And we did want to get this out here first and foremost. I actually corrected myself because I was going through inning by inning what Nolan Dudley, the pitcher here for Wapahani, and it was not a no-hitter. It was a perfect game. Nobody even got to first base, so there was no runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, nothing. No hits, Batman, nobody. It was just a great day here for Nolan and the Wapahani Raiders as they pounded out 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 7 left on base. Frankton, obviously no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and nobody left on base. So we did want to make sure and correct that. So congratulations on the perfect game by Wapahani Raiders sophomore pitcher Nolan Dudley. So a job well done there. Golly, I mean, you can say there was not a person on this team that didn't come out here and contribute in some way or fashion here tonight. Another great team win, and now you're 10-3. You've won your last 3 or 4 games now, and it's very encouraging. I don't think there's any question about that. It's very encouraging to see these guys come out here. Put a great game plan together, and we executed it to a T. And when you come out here and you're able to throw strikes and get ahead of hitters and not get behind to where they're in more of a hitter's count, obviously that's going to work out in your favor a ton. That's exactly what Nolan Dudley did. He went out there, executed every pitch, hit his spots, and kept the Frankton hitters off balance. It was a great game plan and a well-executed game plan. And then, like I said, the hitting was just another clinic put on here by the Raiders. I mean, it was just one right after another. These guys came out here from the get-go, ready to hit, ready to play. The first 2 innings there left some guys, the second inning left the bases loaded. Was able to play a couple runs there through the first 2 innings. And then the third and fourth inning, hit the ground running, 4 runs in the third, 5 runs in the fourth to put the Raiders on top here today, again by a final score of 11-0. So, we'll get back at it again. We have Lady Raiders softball coming up tomorrow night. So we'll have that. Not sure yet if we're going to be able to broadcast that. It's really unfortunate. Wapahani usually needs me to announce the softball games instead of broadcast. And so, I don't want anybody thinking out there that, baseball is more important than softball. That's not the case whatsoever. I'm just doing what I'm told and what they need. So I'm trying to make everything good for everybody. So the softball team, they got a big win last night, so they're looking to get back at it tomorrow night right out here at home against Westdale. So make sure, come on out, support the Wapahani Lady Raiders softball team. And I haven't yet looked at the baseball schedule, but we'll be posting the next game. We'll be putting that all on Twitter and Facebook and all that great stuff. But just such a good win here tonight for the Raiders. Good to come out here and take down a team such as the Frankton Eagles. They always are a tough team to go up against, and it was just a very good team win, very great team win here tonight from every facet of the game. Hitting, pitching, defense, base running, just everything. Everything was right on the mark where it should be. So congratulations here to your Wapahani Raiders. Again, now 10-3 on the year with this 11-0 victory over the Frankton Eagles. Again, we want a special thanks to all of our sponsors. Jones Auto Body, Stoop Summit Auto Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, as well as FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis, and also to the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association. And, again, another huge thanks to our good friends there at Harris Chapel Church, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife Janie. I appreciate them for everything and just the great people they are. Couldn't do it without them. So again, we appreciate you for joining us. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. It was a great game here tonight, folks. Again, 11-0 final score. Congratulations again, Nolan Dudley. A perfect game here for your Wapahani Raiders. Folks, until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We'll see you next time here on the WHS Network. Have a great night, folks.